Hello everyone, my name is EposVox, and the actual purpose of this video is for me to test out some render settings and try to figure out how to best render a video of Titanfall to make it look good on YouTube. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've certainly noticed and been frustrated by just simply how awful most of our Titanfall videos are looking. This game is one of the best looking betas I've ever seen. But one of the best looking shooters that has come out for quite some time, and yet our videos are looking god awful, and that's because of how just super high res the textures are and how much action is going on. YouTube's compressor is not having a good day with it. So I'm trying to work out some of my own render settings to try and best optimize the video for YouTube to make it look as good as possible, so hopefully it looks good for you guys. And so I just figured I'd go on and expand a bit on my thoughts on the game, because I've had some time to better think about it. I've gathered some other people's opinions, and I've put a little bit more time into the game. I'm hoping to get maxed out on the levels by time the beta closes on the 19th. Who knows if that will actually happen, but that's what I'm hoping, so I can say I fully experienced the beta to best make my purchase decision, because, you know, release day purchases are a rarity for me, so I'm really selective about it, so I want to make sure that I'm really going to put time into this game, and I honestly don't know that I will, especially given the amount of other games I still want to play at the moment, but I don't know. I feel really bad because I was planning on making Loadout my primary shooter for a while. If I needed to play some shooters since others weren't working out for me, I was just going to make Loadout it. And then I've been playing nothing but this when I have been playing shooters. So, kind of weird going back and forth. But I still contend that Titanfall is incredibly, incredibly fun. I've not for one moment not had fun with it. It's just been an amazing ride so far, and this is actually one of the most action-packed games I've had so far, which, you know, if you say I'm sucking at it, then whatever, but I'm not the best player. I'm by no means a great player at this game, but I do have some pretty badass moments in this game, and that's kind of the purpose of how the combat is set up, I would think. I didn't read the article, but I saw a Polygon article that had kind of the headline. I saw the headline that basically just kind of said, you know, Titanfall is the first-person shooter for people who are terrible at first-person shooters. And I kind of see where they're coming from in that, with just simply the fact that it's set up to make it as action-packed as possible. It's to make you feel like you're killing a lot of people, even though you're really not, because the specters and grunts the AI players basically are not people, and I totally missed that guy climbing onto my hull there. I didn't fully realize that's what was happening. I don't entirely know how to handle those guys yet. I didn't even know that was fully a thing until I watched BBK Dragoon's recent video on Titanfall, and he showed, you know, him trying to get rid of a guy like that. Every time I've tried to do it, my Titan's destroyed when I eject out of it and try to kill the guy, so not entirely sure what I'm doing wrong, but hey, whatever. But this game is just, it's so, like, and maybe I'm just in the honeymoon phase of the beta, but it feels like it has so much polish. BBK mentioned some netcode issues. I honestly haven't experienced that much. I had a couple games where it lost connection to the server as soon as it started, but then it put me back in there. But again, it's a beta, or, well, it's a demo. It's a public demo. I'm not even going to argue with that, but, you know, it's not the full game, and they're stress testing servers, and that's kind of the purpose of most of these shooter betas. You're not really beta testing the game's mechanics by any means, so if you ever believe nowadays that you're actually beta testing a shooter, and it's within like 6 months of it coming out, you're not beta testing the shooter, you're stress testing their servers. Not necessarily a problem, it's frustrating that it's put out as a beta, the fact that they're technically not lying simply because you're beta testing their servers, but you're not beta testing the game. Your experience is not going to impact mechanically in the game. You're just breaking the servers and showing them how to fix them before the game actually comes out. But it has been a lot of fun. Everything feels really balanced. I haven't encountered, which doesn't happen in any shooter, but I haven't encountered a single thing that I've just, you know, been constantly killed by, that I feel complaint worthy. Like, that doesn't happen for me. Typically there's always a gun or there's always some sort of death that I'm just like, oh, what the hell. But this has felt pretty smooth, pretty balanced, I would say. I'm not an expert on balance, and frankly no YouTuber is, but in my experience so far, everything feels so balanced. And what makes it great is the dynamic layers of gameplay. I saw a lot of apprehension and I get just blown away. I feel a lot of, I've seen a lot of apprehension towards AI being put into the game. Oh, that ruins its competitive abilities. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, making a game a competitive first-person shooter should not be everybody in the world's priority. Nor is it everybody in the world's priority. Frankly, those of us who don't play and watch and live MLG 24/7 kind of miss just having good shooters that are fun, which is why I like Loadout. It's not going to be the next MLG shooter. It's just going to be a freaking fun one that we love to play. Same thing with this. This is not, you know, this is not meant to be Call of Duty game battles tournaments, although I do see, I would say any shooter that's just played well could be done in a tournament. Like, to me that just doesn't make sense. Sure, if there's a major imbalance, then ban that in the tournament mode or something, but overall, no. This game works just fine. And that Titan just got smashed by the dropping Titan. That seems to happen a lot. I have no clue how people do that so easily. But the AI basically make this game so amazing. The way they've done it is what makes it so action-packed and just feels so compelling while you're in the game is just how multifaceted and just how basically multi-layered the gameplay is. There's multiple layers of combat going on at one time. So you start out, right, and it's a basic first-person shooter. You're just running around with your gun, shooting other people, and there's big old tanks running by that you kind of gotta avoid and you can try to help take out. As I jump off the wall and get... Oh, no. Yeah, I end up getting taken out there. So, you know, there's the layer of it being a first-person shooter. Then there's basically, like, the AI are basically adds like a LoL, League of Legends element, a MOBA feel to it. And that the grunts and the specters, the AI characters, are basically just minions. Minions from, you know, like League of Legends. They're there, they can group up on you and actually kill you. They can do some pretty heavy damage if they are allowed to, but overall, like, the end goal is to have them feed you and to have them feed your XP, your ability to unlock your tank, etc., etc. And so that adds another dynamic layer to it in that you kind of gotta micromanage those guys and make sure you're taking them out but not focusing too heavily on them. And then you have the Titan layer. You basically, it's kind of like a kill streak, except it's automatically balanced as soon as you start, because there's other people with that exact same kill streak whose end goal should basically be to kill your kill streak. You have, you know, in Call of Duty, which, you know, is going to be the main comparison since these guys came from Call of Duty, blah blah blah. All they did was add more and more kill streaks, so it became no longer a game about guns, but a game about getting as many missiles and planes and shit to rain down on the battlefield as possible. This is a kill streak in which your kill streak is simply just to jump up a layer of fight and to focus on fighting other Titans. And it just works. It's balanced. You're not going to be killed by, you know, you're not really gonna just outright be murdered constantly by Titans. You're able to kill them if you're skilled enough and you're allowed room to, and they're able to kill you, but it's not overpowered, and there's typically always other Titans shooting your Titan, and you're always fighting other Titans. Like, it just works. Everything about it just works. It's fun, it's action-packed, and I've loved my experience so far. I haven't put, again, I'm not level cap. I haven't hit the level cap, rather. I haven't put all the time in the world into this game, but what I have put into it, I have absolutely enjoyed. It has been a lot of fun. I could really see, and again, time is something I'm really taking into consideration nowadays, but I could really see myself getting into this game pretty heavily. It's fun, it's compelling, it has a nice progression system, and I don't get bored with it. The matches can be a little long compared to Call of Duty, but compared to Battlefield, they're just fine. We're playing Yeah, hardpoint, I think, which is basically domination. The time feels good for it. For what the combat is, the time feels good. There's some attrition matches that can go on forever or just end really, really quick. You know, it kind of bounces between extremes if you have imbalanced player sets. But overall, the gameplay seems to fit the gameplay. it just works to me. I don't know. That's all I can say about Titanfall, is that it works. I like it. I have no major complaints about it. I'm running it on max. I'm not getting solid 60 FPS, but I'm running it on max, other than texture max, at a pretty good frame rate on my 660, which isn't the greatest graphics card in the world. It's certainly a good mid-tier graphics card, a pretty solid mid-tier graphics card if you get the right one, but it's not like a 780 Ti or a Titan, GTX Titan. It is simply just, you know, your solid mid-range graphics card, and it is doing great with this game. So I can't wait until I get my new computer finished and the 780 Ti set up, because I'll be able to enable the insane textures, which require 3 GB RAM graphics card. Mine is only a 2, and it should just hopefully keep a solid 60 FPS and run amazing. I honestly don't know how this is going to look on consoles. I can't imagine the Xbox 360 version looking good at all. The Xbox One copy probably looks decent, but not going to look this good. But yeah, I got bottom of my team because I didn't get many assault points, but I got a good amount of defense points. And I got a ton of kills, which is all I was really going for in that match. I know I wasn't playing the objective, but whatever. And I leveled up. Leveling up always makes me happy, and getting them unlocks. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and let me know what you think about the quality. See you next time.
Thanks for watching Epos and Chew. Let's play together. If you enjoyed the video, consider clicking on the screen to subscribe now. To watch another video, click one of the video annotations on the screen above. Links are also provided to our website, Twitter, and Facebook pages. See you next time.